A private housing supply cliff arrived in 2019, earlier than expected. Only about 14,000 private residential flats, including start home units, were completed last year. When compared to the 2018 figure and the government's original forecast, this was a significant drop of 30%. Delays were observed in the construction activities across large and small-scale projects. In addition, the slowdown in construction activities may cast a domino effect on completion during 2020 to 2024, as project delays would become more common. Therefore, the rolling 5-year completion estimate of OHKF has been revised downwards for 2 consecutive years. Back in 2018, the estimate on the annual average completion was 20,800 units. Last year, it was revised down by more than 10% to about 18,000 units. Now, in 2020, it was made further down to arrive at 16,000 units. In just 2 years' time, the forecast has already been revised downward by 23%. The supply target for private housing in 2017 was 18,000 units, before the public or private split in the long-term housing strategy supply target was changed from 60 to 40 to 70 to 30. Past completions have been falling short of the target except for year 2018. The reason why we choose the supply target prior to adjustment in public or private split for comparison is because we believe the supply of private housing should not be compromised, even while more public housing should be built. Based on this comparison, the cumulative shortfall in private housing supply over the past 7 years is at least at about 23,000 units. This is about equivalent to the size of 2 Taikushing estates. Future supply of private housing remains worrying, as signs of slowdown could be observed in all stages of the development cycle. Starting from land acquisition, the supply forecast has dropped by more than half since 2017 to 2018. Moving on to the construction stage, the superstructure commencements had fallen over 40% since 2017. When it comes to property sale, the number of units with pre-sale consent issued was slashed by 35% year-on-year, setting a new low in 4 years. Last but not the least, the actual number of completions dropped by 1/3, also at a record low in 4 years. The consequence of the supply shortfall is clear. Houses are getting more expensive, and the living space is getting more cramped. What is our way out in this housing crisis? First of all, the government needs to expedite all land and housing development initiatives. These include efforts on rezoning, NDA development, the land sharing pilot scheme, urban redevelopment, topside development of railway, and large-scale land reclamation. At the same time, it is essential to evaluate existing administrative procedures and cut the red tape on land and housing development. Only by doing so can the shortage of private housing be alleviated.